Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. This time I'll be playing Black Mesa, which is or Black Mesa, whatever, which is a superbly made remake of the first Half-Life using the assets and the graphical possibilities of the second Half-Life's engine. It's actually a fan-made thing, and it can be obtained legally in like two ways. Either you can download it for free, which would be this version I'm playing right now, or you can actually buy it on Steam because the developers of the game actually reached an agreement with Valve, which led them to greenlight their sort of remake on Steam. And the Steam version, you get also a multiplayer component, and well, eventually you'll get the final levels that take place on the alien planet of Zen, allegedly at least. So the legend says, because this mod has been in development for several years now, and the Zen levels are still not really in sight. But whatever, I prefer the beginning stages of the game more anyway. So I'll be playing from the start, and I'll be playing on the hard difficulty, even though I am not exactly a player that is seasoned in FPSs. I enjoy the challenge, especially the fights with the Marines later on. They can be really challenging and really fun in this game, so I'll be playing on hard. But expect some general failiness because I am by no means a pro at shooting games. Let me just check if the level isn't hard. So let us start. Right away you can sort of see the vast improvement in atmosphere and graphics that can be seen on this.
Good morning and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System. This automated train is provided for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. The time is
entry
8:47
train right here. There you could see Barney.
Current topside temperature is 93 degrees, with an estimated high of 105. The Black Mesa compound is maintained at a pleasant 68 degrees at all times.
Now, I've heard some people comment that the entry train rate is boring, which is something that is really beyond me. It's like one of the most atmospheric entries in an FPS game that lets the game, establish the world, establish the location, see the vast premises of the Black Mesa facility before it all sort of comes crashing down. But as you ride the train and you see the various offices, scientists, security guards, and whatever, you get the sense of the scale of the whole establishment. So I think it's really a great intro sequence.
This train is inbound from Level 3 dormitories to Sector C test labs and control facilities. If your intended destination is a high security area beyond Sector C, you will need to return to the central transit hub in Area 9 and board a high security train.
Yeah, so as I said,
if you have not yet submitted your identity to the retinal clearance system, you must report to Black Mesa personnel for processing before you will be permitted into the high security branch of the transit system.
I think it's really a superb introduction, and also, like, I may be weird, but I really enjoy the sort of those little details in games, such as, I don't know, here you have the instruction.
Due to the high toxicity of material routinely handled in the Black Mesa compound, no smoking, eating,
layout
or
of the
drinking are
train
permitted
line
within the
and
Black
whatever,
Mesa
all
transit
those little
system.
things that add to the damn, English is hard, to the believability of the of the world of the game. And it astonishes me that someone... Wait, what does it say? Do not leave...
Please keep your limbs inside the train at all times. Do not attempt to open the doors until the train has come to a complete halt at the station platform. In the event of an emergency, passengers are to remain seated and await further instruction. If it is necessary to exit the train, disabled personnel should be evacuated first. Please stay away from electrified rails and proceed to an emergency station until assistance arrives.
Here we've got some train maintenance and ledger. It says, important, do not leave unattended, which somebody did. And I think I got... fortunately I managed to break myself free. I thought I got myself stuck right on the beginning of the game. Now that would be something, losing the game to the bug before it even started. Here we have some trash, which I can't really make out. But maybe I can read something from this newspaper. Inbound Times. Some grants. Now, I think those scientists, at least the one on the bottom right, maybe, no, I'm not sure. I thought for a second that they may be the original models from the first Half-Life, but the top right one looked like a woman, so it would be unlikely, seeing how there wasn't... Oh, I actually have the... Wait a second. That would be unlikely, seeing how there weren't any women scientists in the first game, which there are in this one.
A reminder that the Black Mesa Hazard Course Decathlon will commence this evening at 1900 hours in the Level 3 facility. The semifinals for high-security personnel will be announced in a separate secure broadcast transmission. Remember, more lives than yours may depend on your fitness.
Yeah, you can see the amount of differences, especially if you, for example, run the video alongside the original entrance to the Half-Life 1 and sort of compare the particular locations.
Do you have a friend or relative who would make a valuable addition to the Black Mesa team? Immediate openings are available in the areas of materials handling and low clearance security. Please contact Black Mesa personnel for further information. If you have an associate with a background in the areas of theoretical physics, biotechnology, or other high-tech disciplines, please contact
really
our civilian recruiting team.
As far as I know,
The Black Mesa facility
they are
is
only
an
ever
equal
used in the
opportunity
intro
employer.
sequence. You never really even come close to them, let alone, pilot them or anything. They are only used to establish sort of the intro to the game, which is weird to devote so much assets to such a small thing, but I guess it's one of the things that makes this game special, is that that attention to details and those small things.
A reminder to all Black Mesa personnel. Regular radiation and biohazard screenings are a requirement of continued employment in the Black Mesa Research Facility. Missing a scheduled urinalysis or radiation checkup is grounds for immediate termination.
Then actually...
If you feel you have been exposed to radioactive or other hazardous materials in the course of your duties, contact your radiation safety officer immediately.
In the game.
Work safe,
now, originally,
work smart.
in the first
Your
Half-Life,
future depends on
your
it.
tram actually stopped for a moment. There was like a glitch or something. It stopped alongside his, but I think this works better because it it's more inconspicuous. It's more like you have to actually look
Now
for him,
arriving at
and it's sort of
Sector C test labs and control facilities.
more rewarding to see him there.
Morning, Mr. Freeman. Looks like you're running late. You know, Barney's been pretty scarce around these parts. Guess his bar tab must have finally caught up with him.
Yeah, that's a reference to the original life in Half-Life, original line, I guess, I think. I mean, original line of dialogue in Half-Life 1, in which when you talk to the security guard, like a random security guard, he says, "Catch me later, I'll buy you a beer." So I guess Barney indeed must be running, low on his bar tab if he's buying a beer.
Put some pep in that step, Freeman. You're late enough as it is.
Oh, shut up! I'm trying to explain the stuff.
Why you even bother putting in extra hours down at the hazard course?
Yeah,
Like you'll ever do more than flip a switch or push a button around here.
That's some quite nice foreshadowing. Actually, this mod is great.
To think, Mom wanted me to waste my money sleeping through college courses, when now I'm getting paid to sleep out here.
This mod is really great in adding some flavor dialogue.
Go on, Git. How am I supposed to catch my beauty sleep when you're staring at me like that? Oh, sorry, Doc, I have to stay at my post. Don't you have some buttons to push or something? Can we do this later? Not now. I'll stop by when I'm doing my rounds. Oh, sorry, Doc, I have to stay at my post. Aw, man, you cut the ponytail. Sellout.
It's actually another reference to earlier stages of the development of the first game, in which Gordon Freeman, the character playing as, actually had a ponytail. I'll post a link.
Say hi to Dr. Cross for me.
Post a link to some concept art in the description.
Hey, Mr. Freeman. I had a bunch of messages for you, but we had a system crash about, 20 minutes ago, and I'm still trying to find my files. Just one of those days, I guess. They were also having some problems down in the test chamber, too, but I think that's all straightened out. They told me to make sure you headed down there as soon as you got into your hazard suit.
Half-Life 2 has stopped working, apparently, so they run the game on the game operating system.
Report to topside checkpoint Alpha.
Now, there are a couple of things in this lobby and in this whole introductory area of the mission with which you can screw around with. For example, this laptop over here.
Get away from there, Freeman. I'm expecting an important message. Gordon, don't touch that. Go use another computer.
Dr. Ketras reports. Sector C material rail
You can
system
also
is now
enable the alarm
operational.
over here.
Hey,
It's happening!
cut it
What the
out!
hell is going on up there?
My horoscope was correct.
Someone pulled his fire alarm or something?
Come on, Gordon. What are you trying to do? Get me into trouble?
Murtaugh, come in.
Yeah, I'm here.
What the hell's going on up there?
We had a little accident up here, sorry.
Yeah, well, that better be the last accident you have today. Understood?
Copy. Damn, Gordon. Gordo, you're on sundial and we need you on stopwatch. Up to it.
Agent Chinner.
I don't understand that saying.
Tactical Operations Center.
I suppose it's some kind of an idiom, but I am not a native English speaker. So.
Time to make tracks, Gordon.
Yeah, but
What are you doing still running around up here?
it's actually worth it to speak to all the scientists and guards because they have...
Dr. Freeman. I can't be bothered right now. You'll just have to wait until after the test.
Some of them have really cool lines of dialogue added in this mod or so. And I really like those small touches.
Good morning, Dr. Freeman. You'll just have to wait until after the test. There was a coolant leak earlier, but the thermal protection system seems to be online now. Those TPS reports have gotten progressively worse. Hard to find good help these days. Yes, about that. We're going to need you to come in this weekend. What? I've already made plans. Oh, don't worry. You can always attend the next convention.
Coded message for Captain Morel.
Rat.
Command and Communications Center.
Oh, would you look at that? Freeman actually did show up for work this morning. Looks like somebody here owes me lunch.
Good morning, Freeman.
No, I like it that they made it sort of a running gag that Freeman is not really the most reliable employee. They are betting on him, even showing up to work and stuff.
Big day today, eh, Freeman?
The sample was just sent down to the test chamber. You'll just have to wait until after the test.
Now here again you can see G-Man talking with the scientist, which actually makes a lot more sense when you later learn some stuff about the sample that will be used in an experiment today. But I really like catching all those glimpses of the G-Man throughout the game. Most of them are really sort of not that obvious. They are somewhere in the background, but it's always and it's also, I don't remember if they did it in the original as well, sort of noticing you and closing the blinds, but yeah, it's really cool.
Gordon, I'm in the middle of something here.
Dr. Nielsen reports superconducting interchange is activated.
This is going to have to wait, Gordon.
You forgot to carry the 2, or was it the 3? Somebody get me a calculator. Just a minute, Gordon. I don't know about that, Dr. Truman. Seems to me that he's just spouting buzzwords in his research papers that he picked up from perusing popular scientific periodicals. Another improper use of the Boltzmann constant. Good heavens, the buffoon spelled Chandrasekhar limit incorrectly. And what in the blue blazes is a Rafflecopter?
Rafflecopter?
Gordon, I'm busy.
Now I wonder how much of those equations and stuff.
Lieutenant Montero, 2, sub-level 3.
How much of those equations are actually, sort of actual physics and chemistry, and how much is like some garbage and some nonsense, or maybe some Easter eggs that can only be legible to people who are actually, skilled somewhat in science, so that they understand why it is nonsense. But I will not stand here and try to decipher it, because I ended my my adventures with chemistry on the high school level, and I'd rather it remain this way.
Got the wrong airlock, Mr. Freeman. You know I can't let you through here.
Security Officer Sisk reports medical emergency in Administration Center.
You're living in the past. That experiment is single-handedly responsible for inspiring my career in science.
How much recognition do you think you're going to get for reproduction, though?
You should focus on inventing something new and unique.
He does have a point.
Oh, but this is more than replication, I assure you. For one, It shows how far our field has come since the original study was published, and to say nothing of the modern perspective necessary to monitor its influence. I mean, combined with today's technology, I've recreated... Bah! I can't stand to hear another word of this malarkey.
Now it's interesting because...
Don't mind him. But here's something to think about for the next time.
You and your sugar-coated ersatz are absolutely full of it.
Creativity is the art of hiding your influence. Now let's get back to work. We should at least try to look busy.
It's interesting because this talk can be interpreted as a talk about the mod, which is a recreation of the original, and some may say, it's a wasted effort to try to do something which was already done and quite well at that, but I actually agree with the guy over here who says that it's important to...
Didn't you read my latest?
Oh, shut up. It's important to observe how far the technology has progressed and how it has changed over time, so that we can better appreciate the original by comparing it to the modern, to the way things have developed, inspired by the original. Exotic matter, I don't understand anything. Well, maybe I could try to read it, but it's a little hard to read, and most of it is like really complicated technical stuff, which I suppose...
Do you mind if I ask you a hypothetical question?
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm rather busy now.
You were about to ask me a question. You moron.
Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm rather busy now.
Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago?
Sure.
Maxwell's demon. It's cold in here. You'll just have to wait until after the test. Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm rather busy now.
This guy actually looks somewhat similar to Gordon himself.
Just a minute, Gordon.
I'm not sure if that's intended or something.
Do you know
Morning,
where
champ.
all the donuts?
Hello?
Now here is the famous microwave of Half-Life 1.
Good heavens!
What the hell? You think you can fix the vending machine too, college boy?
Yeah, sure.
We will never hear the end of this.
Yeah, you best make like an atom and split.
This guy has a lot of unique lines telling you basically to go and get lost in different
You better
ways.
make like traffic and jam. You better make like a bread truck and whole buns. You better make like diarrhea and run. You better make like a baby and head out. You better make like a busboy and get the fork out of here. You better make like a nut and bolt. You better make like a missile and cruise. You better make like a prom dress and take off. You better make like traffic and jam. You better make like a missile and cruise.
Yeah, I think that's all of them.
Gordon, you've already done enough damage here. Get to work.
Oh, I assure you it's not even the beginning.
Control yourself, Gordon. Believe you me, I won't be taking the blame for this one. Just leave me out of this. They've been paging you all morning, Dr. Freeman. Best get downstairs before you cause any more
Now,
disasters.
I don't remember if you also get HP back from drinking soda in this mod as you did in the original. I guess I'll have to try after a moment anyway. I don't think it's a spoiler to say that things will not be so calm for long.
Why do we all have to wear these ridiculous ties? Triple pleated khakis? Preposterous. And these ludicrous penny loafers. Nobody here has an eye for fashion. Does this lab coat make me look fat? This is going to have to wait, Gordon. You'll just have to wait until after the test. Rat. No toilet paper. Be a dear and fetch me a roll of toilet paper. Hello? Hello?
It's interesting
Somebody get me some toilet paper.
that you can actually do it. It's sort of like almost like a side quest.
Oh, thank heavens. I'm in dire need of some toilet paper. Just a minute.
Here, have some more.
Oh, Gordon, that really hurt.
Wait, what?
Occupied.
That was weird. Yeah, but now we have to get our hazard suit, which also provides us with one of the first sort of short bursts of music in this mod, which is also really great, even unlikely great for a mod and an FPS game at that. So I really will try to shut up during those longer musical moments and let you appreciate them, but I also probably post a link to the soundtrack.
Power 15%.
I remember my days in the hazardous environment suit. Of course, at the time, it was Mark III. Mind you, the base color wasn't so loud, and the helmet wasn't optional or ventilated. There wasn't an integrated waste disposal system either. Count your lucky stars.
That's actually brilliant.
Have you ever seen those electromyographic sensors in the old Biomechatronic Mark I? A marvel of modern engineering.
Because it sort of explains why you don't have to go to the toilet the whole game.
I worked on the underwater breathing apparatus for the suit, but it was eventually discarded. I say, that suit certainly flatters your fundament. Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm rather busy now.
I wonder if this guy was flirting with me. Now, one thing I wonder is, who is this? Because Gordon is not married and he's got no children, so far as I know. But it has to be some of his most distant family, I guess. But I never really caught a glimpse of that. Maybe I'll check it on the internet and try to include it in the description, if I don't forget. Anyway, let us continue onward. Now that we have the hazard suit, we've acquired the possibility of zooming and also sprinting.
I hope things return to normal after this experiment.
Don't count on it. Then you'll just have more to do.
Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago?
Go right on through, sir. Looks like you're in the barrel today.
Greetings and salutations, Dr. Freeman. Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago?
Now, they say things about innovation here, but apparently they still haven't mastered the ability to produce a smooth advertisement board or something. Those lines are really distracting.
Did you catch that last fluctuation? It's nothing to worry about.
Investigation. Helicopter crashed in...
Now, where did I leave that shutdown procedure
Damn
chart?
it, I can't...
I'm sure it'll show up sooner or later.
I can't quite make it out, but it's like fascinating to me that they even included such small a detail like an email that the guy is writing. You can see he's using Firefox, which some say is not really that great, but I'm used to it, so I prefer it over like Chrome or Opera or something.
We should harness the remaining photonic energy to ensure resonance control. Double-check the Brewster's plate's angles and make sure the superluminescent diodes are protected from optical feedback. How curious.
What's up, Doc?
You have no idea what's going on, do you? I'm not certain. I'm rather busy now. Excuse me, Gordon, but I'm rather busy now. Ah, Gordon! Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago?
Ah, Gordon, there you are.
Nice of you to finally join us, Doctor.
We've just sent the sample down to the test chamber.
We boosted the anti-mass spectrometer to 105%. Bit of a gamble, but we needed the extra resolution.
The administrator is very concerned that we get a conclusive analysis of today's sample. I gather he went to some lengths to get it.
They're waiting for you, Gordon. In the test chamber.
Right. Come on then, I'll walk you down.
Eli has been busy making last-minute preparations for the new experiment. Greetings, Eli.
Morning, Izzy.
I trust this morning finds you well.
Gordon, good morning. I'm glad you're here. These last-minute changes, they're a bit strange to just... Oh! It's about to go critical.
What in the blazes is going on with our equipment?
It was never meant to do this in the first place.
It's nothing we can't handle ourselves, Eli. Run along, Gordon. We'll be but a moment. This could take a bit longer than I anticipated. By Becquerel's ghost! The radiation level is off the charts. We can talk at lunch, Gordon. You know, this is far from the glory I had envisioned as an undergrad.
How so?
I've got 2 PhDs and an Ørsted medal, and I find myself doing work best suited for an intern.
Please. You do very meaningful work here.
Really? Push that button. Walk over here. Push this one. Stand and stare at the screen. Walk back over there. Push another button. Again.
Come now, you're overreacting.
I don't know how much longer I can abide these perfunctory tasks. I need more time for myself.
Ha! Don't kid yourself. You wouldn't know what to do with free time if you even had any.
That tears it. I'm going to check with the office upstairs and see how many vacation days I've accrued over the past 25 years. It's high time I took a break from all this.
Certainly. But before you do, activate the electron multiplier and report the reading from the micro-channel plates.
Now, that may actually be a subtle sort of dab.
Do you know who ate all the donuts?
It was not me. It was probably
Positively.
that guy from Blue Shift. Like Otis was his name, I guess. Yeah, but that may have been a dab at Gordon himself because, like, theoretically he's a...
Can you access the mail server?
He's a skilled physicist,
You
but...
never know.
but all he does is flipping switches and pushing a card, which starts the apocalypse and the end of the world. So that's not really a complicated thing to do.
Ah, Gordon. Just a minute, Gordon.
Oh, there you are. Everybody's been looking for you, hombre.
Oh, here he is.
I'm afraid we'll be deviating a bit from standard analysis procedure today, Gordon.
Yes, but with good reason. This is a rare opportunity for us. This is the purest sample we've seen yet.
And potentially the most unstable.
No, as long as we follow standard insertion procedures, everything will be fine.
I don't know how you can say that. Although I will admit that the possibility of a resonance cascade scenario is extremely unlikely. I just don't feel
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional. We've assured the administrator that nothing will go wrong.
Yes, you're right. Gordon, we have complete confidence in you.
Well, go ahead. Let's let him in now.
Testing. Everything seems to be in order.
All right, Gordon. Your suit should keep you comfortable through all this. The specimen will be delivered to you in a few moments. Now, if you would be so good as to climb up and start the rotors, that way we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer to 80% and hold it there until the carrier arrives.
Now, I don't remember if it was included in the original as well, but it is a really cool and curious detail you've got here. It says emergency shutdown needs fixing ASAP, so it's a broken shutdown button, and it shows
Gordon,
you sort of...
climb up and start the rotors.
Oh, shut up, I'm trying to explain stuff. It shows you, one, that the whole sort of experiment was a bit unshackled. Second, it also shows you why they couldn't close it down
Very
while it was
good.
happening.
We'll take it from here.
Power to stage 1 emitters in 3, 2, 1. I'm seeing predictable phase arrays. Stage 2 emitters activating now.
Gordon, we cannot predict how long the system can operate at this level. Nora, hey, please work as quickly as you can.
Overhead capacitors to 105%. It's probably not a problem. Probably. But I'm showing a small discrepancy in... Well, no. It's well within acceptable bounds. Sustaining sequence.
We've just been informed that the sample is ready. It should be coming up to you at any moment. Look to the delivery system for your specimen. Standard insertion or non-standard specimen. Go ahead, Gordon. Slot the carrier into the analysis point.
What is he doing in there?
Oh, God. Shut it down.
Shutting down.
Someone get him out of here.
Everything shut down.
Down.
It's not shutting down. No!
this will be a good stopping point for the first episode, because if the Thief series has taught me anything, besides that I am a shit player at stealth games, is that episodes with length such as like 2 hours and stuff is way too long for my internet connection. So see you in the next one. Bye.